Good evening and welcome back to the Westport Independent, where we're trying to walk the line between loyalist and rebel and hopefully keep our paper and keep our heads. I'm Modi Operandus and we are in week 2 right now. Those were our numbers from the previous days trading, basically. We've got mail, a sealed envelope. This is a government issued envelope. It makes me a little bit nervous. Dear editor, you're probably aware by now that we were finally able to stop the notorious Northern Herald from spreading their lies about the public. We were also forced to shut down their affiliated marketing agency. As so it happens, your paper, the Westport Independent, used the same agency. This means that from now on, you'll have to take care of advertising yourselves. Additionally, because of your affiliation with the perpetrators, we'll be keeping a close eye on you for the time being. The Loyalist Party of Westport. So we are going to be under scrutiny still. And this is our previous day's stuff here. Okay. Cool. We can still access that. Very nice. All right, so let's take a look and see what today's papers and stories have for us. Where do we want to start? Last time we started at the top. This time we didn't really get those last 4 articles. Let's start at the bottom here and decide what we want to do. Northern Herald shuts its doors. Or the public culture bill claims its first casualty. Oh, this is what you do to get people reading your paper, maybe. Today, after almost a century of publication, the popular magazine The Northern Herald released its final issue. Its sudden dismantlement was due to the violations of the guidelines set up by the preparation of the public culture bill. The paper's marketer, which was responsible for advertising several of Westport's other independent newspapers, was also shut down. I don't think anything about this, aside from the headline, goes against the government. This is in favor of the government saying that they were shut down because they're violating the public culture bill. We really need to torpedo this public culture bill because this thing will end our paper, guaranteed. So we need to do everything we can. Whenever this comes up in the papers, we need to take every action to make sure that it is reflected negatively on the bill. So, paper's marketer was responsible for advertising for several of Westport's other independent newspapers was also shut down. So, hopefully people, again, can read between the lines here. Maybe we're expecting too much of the public, but we need them to read between the lines here, and we're going to give this to Frank. I know. He cares deeply about this. That might be a problem for him. He's going to get himself into trouble, but I don't know. All right, police shut down prostitution ring in the east. Romoville Industries steel mill implicated in terrorism charges. Movie star caught driving drunk, claims he was tired. President struck by tomato. Man shot during robbery close to the eastern factories. Ooh. And fast food chain plans to make way into Westport. Okay, so we have important news. We have, like, I don't know. We need like good news, bad news, and like something in the middle. So this would be like good news. Fast food chain plans to make its way into Westport. Massive food chain Jolie's has finally made its way into Westport. With restaurants all over the world, the food giant was quickly risen to be the world's largest international food chain. Located in the western districts, the chain's first restaurant in Westport will open its doors to the public next weekend. All good news. Fast food giant enters the Westport with a bang. And food. So this is like innocuous as hell, basically. This is like wasting time. There's nothing bad about this. We can print this as is. So let's give this to our loyalist supporter, Phil. Give him nothing to work with here. I don't know how he's gonna spin that in loyalist's favor, maybe. It may just be kind of just like a normalcy kind of thing, or business as usual kind of thing. You know, people get excited about the world just because there's a fast food chain moving into town. Things won't seem so bad. That's why we need to have a stark contrast with the man shot during robbery close to the eastern factories. Let's read this one quick here. Man shot during robbery close to the eastern factories. A man was shot in a robbery near the eastern factories. Well, great. We have a nice redundant headline and title here. Okay, good. The perpetrator acted alone and wore a goat mask. The victim was shot in his left arm, resulting in minor injuries. Police apprehended the robber shortly after. Innocent man shot in a violent robbery by the eastern factory. So this is like lies. Like, this is what they're talking about, I think. I mean, if let's say this loyalist government's on the level, like, let's say they're cool, man. Let's say they're like, this would seriously be spinning it. We don't know the man was innocent. It just says he was shot near the factory. Perpetrator acted alone wearing a goat mask. What about this makes him innocent? I'm not gonna print this article though. We're not gonna deny that one. Okay. President struck by tomato. I say tomato, you say tomato. The president struck by tomato. President viciously attacked by a rebel sympathizer. Yesterday morning during a speech, the president was struck by a tomato thrown by a member of the crowd. The president received no injuries, though the speech was canceled soon after. The assailant was apprehended by security. Authorities have yet to announce a trial or sentence. This will probably make the government a little suspicious because they won't like that we're saying anything bad about the president. They don't want people to have the idea that, okay, this is fine. If we remove this sentence, people will be like, oh, that guy threw a tomato and nothing happened to him. We can totally do that. We would see tons more tomato strikings if the president falls out of favor with the public. If we leave this in and leave this out, it reads differently because the yesterday morning president was hit by a tomato. The assailant was apprehended by security. It sounds like, the president might have just carried on with the speech and thought nothing of it. The speech was canceled though. So this is like saying to the public, okay, so you can throw a tomato at the president and they will stop speaking because you do that. So that's something we want to get into the public idea. If we really want to undermine this government here, which we do to a certain extent, I don't know how big we want to reach with this necessarily is the thing. I really just want our paper to survive. I really want this bill to get torpedoed somehow. And I don't know if there's a way to do that without bringing down the entire government, but we'll find out. The president received no injuries, though the speech was canceled soon after. Okay, so the assailant was apprehended by security. Authorities have yet to announce his trial. So I'm going to leave this part out. And basically, it's saying that if we leave this part out, it's saying there's no consequence for throwing anything at the president. Now, that's not true. This is a lie, but it doesn't seem as sticky as this lie. But, withholding all of the facts, we can kind of influence people's opinion of the president, I think. And this will not go over well. But we're going to give it to our, let's see, there's Anne or Julie. Julie's the rebel supporter. I'm going to give it to her. Oh, please, sir, I cannot bring myself to write this article. Force her to write it or give in. Why does she want to write the article? Interesting. Maybe I'm misinterpreting some of these things. Oh, they're scared. I get it. Oh. Okay. So what's happening here? If I'm not misinterpreting what's going on with these articles here, they're nervous about writing anything about the president. And I get that. You have to. Sorry, Anne. She's the loyalist support. Now, can we give Phil this one? Force. Oh my God, we can make Phil the loyalist supporter write the article. He might get. Oh, you know what? My thought process here is though that he might betray us to the government. I kind of just want to see what happens though. Food giant web support with a bang. Okay, that's kind of innocuous. We might drop that one. Let's take a look at movie star. Movie star caught drunk driving, claims he was tired. Renowned movie star Harold Finn was caught driving under the influence yesterday afternoon. The star was spotted by the police as he slowly swayed down the road. When apprehended, the star claimed to have been tired after spending a night with the female acquaintance. And movie star blames extremely reckless driving on a lack of sleep while reeking of alcohol. This is like, oh boy. I don't think we're gonna print this one. Ramaville Industries steel mill terrorism article. Facing new issues this time implicates implications of terrorism. The investigation into the recent bombings has found traces of material from the Rommel-owned factories. Rommel have denied this, stating they have no affiliation with the rebel group. Our company cannot take responsibility for single individuals, said a representative. Okay, so industry giant funding terrorism. Rommel Industries sells bombs to rebels. Okay, interesting. So we would tank the factory if we write this, man. We're controlling some serious things right here. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna do anything with this one though, just because I know of a lot of our constituency in the south, and we do have some. Eastern factories are probably gonna be affected by that. If we printed a favorable article for them though, Rommel Industries facing new issues, this time implications of terrorism. Found traces of material from Rommel-owned factories. Rommel have denied this, stating, I think we could leave this as it is. Maybe. This is just pure fact to me. Okay, let's maybe consider that one for Anne. And then we'll do police shut down prostitution ring. Police shut down prostitution ring in the east. Last night, the police shut down a local brothel in the Eastern District warehouse. According to statements, police have long suspected the location. All patrons have been arrested. Witnesses claim to have heard one of the women pleading that they have already paid for protection. Oh. Interesting. This is like, police shut down brothels for not paying bribes. Oh my, that will get us into some hot water. Oh boy. I don't think we can do anything with this one. I think we just gotta gloss over it, unfortunately. All patrons have been arrested. Okay. We leave this part out? Holy cow. We get into a serious problem here. We let Frank write it. Frank will be, taken out for extraordinary rendition in the middle of the night here. Boy. I think we're gonna skip this one. I think we don't think we do anything with it. Okay, so we have food giant enters Westport with a bang. Pretty innocuous thing for our rebel to write. President struck by tomato. Our loyalist has to write about the president being brought down by a tomato. And we really, with this one, we really sold it on this one. So this is the inflammatory one here. We're forcing Phil to do it. Public culture bill. This is important for us to get this one passed. And then this one is facts that I think the public needs to know about, and I think this will help us with our already growing popularity in the Southern Docks, where the opinion of the government is falling. So, let's proceed the layout and see how this goes. So, pick articles from here and drag them to the empty paper. What headline do we start with? Oof. Okay, that's page 1. Public culture bill claims its first casualty. This is going to be inflammatory for everyone here. Do we want terrorism charges? Because this sounds pretty important. This would probably really hurt that company though. Let's put this on the front page. This is more important for our paper. This will get us in trouble. I guarantee this is going to get us in trouble with the people here. So click the edge of the paper to turn the page. Left half to turn the previous page. Got it. So we have the inflammatory thing here, then followed by good news for industry, followed by bad news, celebrity crime. So we need to check all boxes here, and this probably won't do it. A lot of heavy on the industry crime, societal, low on the celebrity. Really checking all boxes would be the best as far as the paper goes, I'm guessing. But we're gonna be hard hitting. We're gonna be we're going after them. We're going after them. We'll see what happens though. We might end up on a list. We might be a little more careful tomorrow or the next week. All right, let's head to marketing. Now drag the slider to change your marketing focus between the different districts. Hover over the badge to get info of the districts, such as preferred type of articles. So population, likes celebrity news and industrial news. We have a lot of industrial news, so we're gonna put a little bit of edge into this. It's 33%, okay. Likes crime news and celebrity news. We don't have much celebrity news this time around, so we have a little bit of crime news. We'll hang on to that. Maybe we'll do this like 10. Here we got societal news and industrial news. Now this is big for us, so we're gonna go 33 here. And then let me use societal and crime, which is also two of our biggest factors, 24. Now we already have a lot of readership in here already, I think. The population is high here and lowest here. And we're putting the most money into the lowest area. I think that's probably a mistake. We should probably go where the people are. So we're gonna back that down a little bit because they prefer the celebrity news and crime anyways, and we don't have much of that anyways. So we're not gonna even probably bother advertising to them. The Western District is a little bit better, but again, celebrity news is not going to do it for us. We're going for the common man here is what we're going for here. So let's get these up to about even. Yeah, that'll work for me. Okay. Sensational scoops surrounding superstars. No, I don't want that, but let's publish and see what happens. Who throws a tomato at someone just because they don't like them? I swear, I've seen children acting more mature. Hey, heckling comes with the territory of public performance. I'm more afraid of what the police will do to the guy. I'm sorry, but you pity the attacker? To hell with him. He knew the consequences perfectly well and just went along with it anyway. Violence? It was a tomato. It's not like he was actually hurting the guy or starting some kind of riot. No, but it was both unnecessary and stupid. If you wanted to make a point, this wasn't the most convincing way of doing it. Fair enough. Reasonable points. I like her. Week 3, 9 weeks left until the public culture bill comes into force. All right, what do we got today? So, selling some papers, selling tons of papers in the Eastern Districts with all of our advertising well targeted. Well done, everybody. Now, we'll find out what this has done to our reputation with the government. Now, we get political opinions up, suspicion up, and popularity way up. Now, this is extremely important to me. We need to focus on this part of it, I think, first, and then slowly inch this up to about even. This is the problem based on yesterday's action. So we're gonna try to tone it down, I think, with this week's paper. So let's get into it here. We've got mail once again. Okay, 2 letters. Okay. Dear editor, one of your employees, Frank, has recently written quite a few questionable articles for your paper. We expect you to show your people proper discipline in order to prevent events such as these, especially since the regarded employee has a history of a disloyal behavior. You will do well to remember that the reluctance in this matter will reflect poorly not only on your employee, but on you as well. The Loyalist Party of Westport. Harumph. Harumph indeed, harumph. Respected editor, it has come to our attention that last week you posted a slanderous article against our beloved president. Such disloyal behavior will not be tolerated. Continued acts of this kind will be taken seriously and punishment will be dealt appropriately. You have been warned. The Loyalist Party of Westport. Indeed. Harumph indeed. Okay. Price of root vegetables expected to rise this year. Sounds like a barn burner. Rebel assault trade convoy en route to Westport. Chairman wants to force propaganda onto the press. Oh boy, that's a... Alright, nervous with that one. New cafe pays homage to movie star. Mercury found in the fish room from Southern Docks. Uh-oh. Or fish room from? Okay, I don't know. Good thing I'm doing a video about newspapers because I can barely read as it is. Broken properties by the Eastern factories and new youth group founded to educate the nation's children. Oh God, okay. Okay, we need to get the public, we need to get the Loyalists back out from under scrutiny here. A new cafe pays homage to movie star, or movie star fanatics open a new cafe to bask in his glory. A small cafe has recently been opened as homage to the renowned movie star Harold Finn. In the cafe, you will find paintings and other art portraying the actor. Even the menu is inspired by the stars. All the dishes after movies, blah, blah, blah. I'm already bored. This is celebrity news. We do not print celebrity news. Price of root vegetables expected to rise this year. Rebels assault the trade convoy en route to... Let's read this one. Price of root vegetables expected to rise this year. This is going to be an industry article. A harsher economic crisis ensues as the price of food skyrockets. A recent report projects a stark increase in the price of root vegetables this year. It claims that this year's poor crops and this year's drought, a scarcity of root vegetables expected this year as well. This is also expected to increase the demand for other foods affecting those prices as well. I think this is good industry news, and we're gonna stick it to Frank to write. Now he is gonna take his own take on it, but I don't think you get in too much trouble with this one necessarily. The headline is a problem, but I don't think it's gonna be that big of a problem. All right, new youth group founded. Yesterday, the government announced the formation of a new youth group titled the Loyalist Youth. That sounds a little scary. The goal is to offer fun and educational activities for inner city children, I think is like height. Okay. The goal is to offer fun and educational activities for intercity children. Okay, intercity, I guess maybe if you have multiple cities, such as hiking and camping. Children will also be taught the Loyalist values and earn ranks on their knowledge and behavior. Oh God, this is horrible. Loyalists attempt to indoctrinate. This is what I'm talking about us flying under the radar today. We need to like make it not fun. I think that's the key here. Okay, so yesterday the government announced the formation of the youth group titled Loyalist Youth. Children will be taught the Loyalist values and earn ranks based on their knowledge and behavior. Yeah, okay, we take out the fun, doesn't seem appealing, to me anyways. And we leave the article mostly fine. We give this one to Phil, who is, got Loyalist suspicion. He is under a very much Loyalist suspicion, she's under a little bit, Anne's under none whatsoever. So we need to distribute some of the bigger problems to Anne today, I think. If we're gonna take any hot button issues on at all. Let's take a look here quick. Mercury found in the fish from southern docks. This morning, a shipment of fish from the docks was found to contain a dose of mercury exceeding national guidelines. Viewed as a potential health hazard, the shipment was confiscated. Medical officials, however, confirmed that dosage is still below lethal amounts. The public is advised to avoid purchasing fish from the southern docks. Fish from the southern docks could kill you. That's inflammatory. That will sell papers, though, in the South especially. Now, this is the kind of thing we would want to advertise to like the northern, I think is what we would do. So the people in the north will not buy fish from the southern docks. And that's not something the southern docks would like to see. What can we read? Okay, let's table this one. I think I don't want to do something with that one. Let's take a look at the other ones here quick too. Rebels assault trade convoy en route to Westport. Last night, a number of delivery trucks entering Westport were attacked. According to testimony, a group of masked individuals intercepted the trucks at customs checkpoint. Threatening the drivers, the men emptied the trucks, leaving their contents. Westport City Police have officially labeled the event as rebel activity. Maybe it's just crime. We leave that part out. It's just a crime. So this is going to be one of those things that, I don't think we get too much trouble with this one either. Government blames robbery on rebellion. Now, if we leave that part out, we leave this part out, it becomes I think this becomes a neutral article, to be honest with you. And that's what we want. We kind of want the neutrality coming through. And we want to give it to who's under suspicion. I mean, he can't get in trouble with that one. She can't get in trouble with this one. I don't care if he gets Loyalist suspicion. I mean, he is the Loyalist guy here. So we should give all the suspicion to Phil. I think that's what we should do. Make him print all these articles that he doesn't want to. He might quit if we did that to him. See what happens. And then LNMA. Chairman wants to force propaganda out the press. Oh, God. New chairman fights for a well-informed. Oh, God. This is so black and white. No nuance whatsoever in these headlines. Okay. Last night, the LNMA chairman discussed his upcoming plans for Westport Press. In the plan, the chairman stated that he wanted to introduce mandatory public information slots. These slots would be used in the government by the government to spread important information to the public. The chairman means that this will keep the public well informed at all times. I mean, you change the headline here. You change just the headline, and the article becomes completely different. There's nothing I can do. I can't do my typical thing of making the headline go one direction and make the article go a different direction. I can't do that in this one, so we're gonna actually leave this one out, I think. Yes, even though this does help us as far as our wanting to torpedo the bill, I don't think we can do anything with this without raising. I mean, I can't in good conscience print this one. I can give it to Frank and he'll be like, no, I'm not gonna give that to you. We'll leave that out. Okay, so they were down to fish from the southern dock or broken properties by the eastern factories. Broken properties by the eastern factories. 4 industrial sites in the eastern factories were vandalized over the last month. Damages include broken windows, cut fences, and graffiti. This is in no way affected the work of the crime scenes, however. This has in no way affected the work at the crime scenes. 5 suspects believed to be related to local rebel groups have been arrested. Oh boy. If we leave this part out, it doesn't even implicate the rebels as being... maybe the rebels are the bad guys here. Ever think about that? Maybe they are. I mean, obviously we have a fascist government of some type here, but at the same time, we have a lot of like... I don't know. They're not making the right decisions. Throwing tomatoes at people and, you know, broken windows, cut fences, and, you know, did the eastern factories do anything to... Industrial areas brutally vandalized. I like that headline. And I like the... Leave this one out. Later the rebel groups, leave that part out, and it becomes just kind of a anger story. Okay, let's give that to somebody here. Let's give it to Anne. I don't think she get too much trouble with that one. Let's proceed to layout. Let's see. Do we want to focus on the... This is like page 6 stuff here. Let's give this one headline news, crime news. Let's give this one to second page here. Third page here, and fourth page here. Okay, so now we do not have a strong paper today. It's kind of a weak tea paper, which might be what we need today. What we need this week to kind of make up for some of the mistakes, not mistakes, but make up some of the submission for the previous day. Now we might still fall under scrutiny here. Who knows? So one of the things is these guys care about celebrity news and industrial news. Industrial's good on this one, but not the celebrity. These guys care about celebrity and crime news. Crime is good, so we're about 50-50 here. Again, I think we want to focus on the higher population areas here. So I'm gonna put these up to like 37, and then we're gonna put these up to 12 again. Maybe a little bit higher in the northern to get our popularity up a little bit more with them. We'll see what happens. Western districts is not going to get a whole lot. These guys get legal bureaus. Okay, so these guys get celebrity news and industrial news. Okay, yeah, we're pretty high on that one. But these guys, we're pushing the population. We're going with the common man here. We're going with the slums. We're going with the industrial area. It's gonna happen. Okay, let's publish and see what happens. So here they're finally gonna make use of old Welser and Son shop across the street. Wellster and Son shop, okay. They're opening a fast food place, right? It's supposed to be some sort of global sensation. I guess I'd be interested in trying it out. Yeah, but it just raises your appetite, doesn't it? Just raises your appetite, doesn't it? A bunch of corporate vultures swooping in to pick the bones clean. Classy. Oh, he's being sarcastic. Yeah, it just raises your appetite, doesn't it? A bunch of corporate vultures swooping in to pick bones clean. Classy. I went to Jolie's once, and when I was abroad, awful food, rude personnel. I think the concept is brilliant. It's efficiency at the highest degree. I wish they'd use those degrees to heat up their food instead. Nah, Julie's always got the good quip at the end. She's a star. She's a star. Week 4, 8 weeks left. Let's see how our opinions did. First of all, sales. Pretty much down a little bit in both these areas. I don't know what we did wrong necessarily. Again, weak tea paper is what happened probably. Now, it'll all pay off if we can get the... Ooh, we might have swayed the opinion just a little bit towards the rebels here too. If we can get off the radar of the loyalists, it'll all be worth it. And oh my God, we made a mistake here. Well, we did influence public opinion by 6. Our popularity is down by 9 now. And the loyalists are even more suspicious of us. Oh boy. Okay, man. hard times ahead for the Westport Independent. Thank you for watching this episode. I'll be back tomorrow for another one. Hope you guys are enjoying the series still. And keep your nose clean. I'll see you next time.